All right, welcome. We are recording. This week in our Beyond the Basics continuing education series, our topic is toxin-free living. Woo! And there are toxins all over the place. Some of them we can't control. We're always going to be exposed to a certain degree of toxicity and chemical load, but we can control a lot of it, and that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And this is a really, really important topic because our skin is our largest organ, and we're going to hear about that today. So we're absorbing things all the time into our bodies that we come in contact with. So we're going to give you some of our favorite ideas to up level that so that you can create a healthier environment in your home. And before we get started, I just want to give a couple of reminders. First of all, the sessions are always recorded, and as long as you've registered once, you don't have to register every week for these 8 weeks. Once you're in, you are in, and you will get the reminder and you will get the recording. It looks like some people did not get the reminder this time around, so we'll try to rectify that, make sure that doesn't happen again. And we sent out a second reminder, but be sure to go into your spam or junk folder and give us a little love and make us an accepted sender, because a lot of times that's where we're hanging out in there. And we don't want to hang out in there. We want to be in with the cool kids in the regular email. And if you have Gmail, these emails could be ending up in your promotions folder. So you want to go in there and change that so we get into your regular email. We are going to have the participants on mute, except for Laura, who is our presenter tonight. And at the end, we'll unmute everyone so we can all chat and ask questions. But you do have the chat function, so be sure to take advantage of that. We have other doTERRA leaders on every call, so we will be answering things in the chat while we're going along, and then at the end we can unmute and answer your questions there as well. So that's one of the benefits of being on with us live. And we have lots of people registered, and we know a lot of people are watching the replay, but we do love our folks that come on live too, and we just want to give some gratitude for you. Thank you for being here. And then finally, I'll mention that next week our topic is oils for every age, so that'll be fun. And I think that we really created a very broad spectrum of topics. And as we've mentioned, this whole series of 8 weeks will be repeated. So we are probably going to do 2 weeks off, and then we'll start the series again. So if you missed any and you didn't even watch the replay, you can jump on live. And once you have seen all 8, you're going to let the person who invited you know, and we're going to send you a thank you gift just for coming and hanging out with us and learning about how to protect and care for your health. So with that said, I'm going to mute myself and like zip it and turn it over to Laura, who's going to take it away tonight.
Thank you, Kristen. Thanks so much. I'm so glad to be here and welcome. This topic, toxin-free living, is one of my favorite topics. It is so exciting to be able to share how you can live a doTERRA lifestyle and put these products into your front line so that you can begin to live a toxin-free life for personal care and for your household items. So I love doing this call. This topic is really one that's very important to me. It's been quite a journey, and the thing that was wonderful, I was going through the slides and I just stopped to think about how I got started with doTERRA. So a little bit about myself. I was going to a spa in Orange and happened to have a headache, and the spa owner, Judy, said, here, try some of this peppermint oil on your temples, and in a few minutes, I had no more headache. So of course, I had to learn more. I was intrigued, and I signed up for an upcoming class that Kristen was having at the spa, and here I am 4 years later. And it was such an exciting time to start learning about the oils. And I kind of did a lot of research and education myself, but one thing I really have been doing is reading labels on our products that we use, and waking up to what's in my house so that I, can be sure that I have things that are good for myself and for my family. So what happened with me initially was I started to read and I wanted to replace items that I had, but I had no idea what to do. So the thing that you're going to find out here is I'm going to talk specifically about easy swaps, and you can get a few tips about why you can consider making those swaps from the things that you might already be using. So by replacing something that's toxic with something that is naturally effective, we are really doing our body good as well as helping to protect our families, which makes my heart sing. I just love that we can do that. It's so important to educate yourself and understand, some of the things on warning labels. We're not always going to be able to read everything and make ourselves crazy with trying to look up all the items that are in there. But when you start to replace, you start to upgrade, what's better for you. And you can upgrade not just your medicine cabinet with doTERRA, but personal care products and household cleaning products as well. So that just fit in with aligning myself with replacing some of those items and making it simple with doTERRA. So let's go on to the next slide. So toxins that we're exposed to. So there's really two areas where you're going to find toxins in your home. The most is in your household products that you use and your personal care products as well. So the moral of the story here is that today some companies make products that are safe. Other companies choose to use known human carcinogens of developmental toxins like coal tar, lead acetate, and actually several more that we'll get into. When risky chemicals are used in cosmetics, the stakes and the price we pay with our own health is very high. So these are really something to look into. These base ingredients of the products that we use are just like flour is an ingredient in baking bread. These chemicals are found in cleaning products as well as personal care. Women use up to 16 products per day on their skin, which is pretty amazing, and could include up to 168 chemicals. So if you're applying anything on your skin, they will penetrate and get into your system. So these products we use every day, right? The important thing to me is not that we're using them like twice a year, like, we're spray painting something and, just using them occasionally, but we are using products every single day, like brushing our teeth, the toothpaste we use, washing our bodies, the soap we use, washing your hands every day. And in my house, we're cleaning constantly, spraying this down, wiping this off, especially now with trying to keep that virus away, right? We're doing extra to keep our houses clean. So part of my morning routine, which I'll share with you, and usually 2 to 3 times a week, right before I'm getting in the shower, I'm spraying the shower down, I'm cleaning the toilet, cleaning the tiles. So whatever I'm using for my cleaning solution is one, that's going to be in the air that I'm breathing while I'm, showering and while I'm getting ready. So that's something that you're going to smell when you walk in there. And that's what's in the water, what's in the air, and every single thing that we use, that we spray, goes into our lungs because we're breathing it in, right? So it's as simple as that. And now, I notice things a lot more after using doTERRA's products, like laundry detergent that's super fragrant. I can smell it easily. Just when you walk by someone, you notice their cologne. It's a strong, fragrant scent, and the laundry detergent that they use on their own clothes. So I can pick that out pretty much. Gets to be a little overwhelming when you're smelling those items after you're using something that's more natural. But over time, if you're continuing to use the products that you've always used, because maybe your family use them, maybe it's the cheapest thing, you know, that you have found. You kind of get stuck with it, right? You're kind of get in the habit of just using those products. So today, we're going to really take a look at how we can help to replace some of those household products and personal care items, because if you're using toxic products, you're expecting a life of health and vitality, there's really a disconnect. And that's really what I stumbled into, and knew that there were a few things in my products that I shouldn't be using. And I'll just give you a quick story. When I was in my 20s, I started using some designer perfume, and I was starting to use a lot more fragrant lotion and all that. And I wound up breaking out with spots all over my body. So it was pretty interesting because, you know, in my 20s, I thought I was healthy. I was working out. I was, you know, maybe not eating the best, but so I break out with all these spots, and I'm not one to run to the doctor, but when I did, the first thing they did was some skin testing for allergies, and I found out that I was allergic to several preservatives that are used in those perfumes and lotions, like one is formaldehyde. So I had to stop using those products, and I had to really start looking at the labels, because I definitely didn't want to break out like that again. I had big spots, you know, and it was in the summer, so I was tan, so the spots were white, so I looked like a spotted, you know, I don't know what, but it wasn't pretty. So I really had to start reading those labels. And back then, I have to say, there weren't a lot of choices in natural products. I knew a couple of people, you know, who were interested or who knew about them, but I was stuck on the side of the coin of ditching the toxins and didn't have a lot of choices. So that was a real eye-opener, and that in the fact that the FDA hasn't updated the list of usable items in women's makeup products since World War II. So, you know, that's quite a long time that they haven't looked at things that really aren't good for our bodies and our skin. And back then, DIY wasn't a thing. That was, you could just look up online. There was no online, right? So my grandmother used a lot of natural products like witch hazel, and she used vinegar for everything, but it's not very exciting. Everything's smelling like vinegar. So, and she also recycled and reused just about everything. So that was a nice lesson that I picked up from my grandmother. But I tried to do my best with the fragrance-free cosmetics, and over time I wanted my house to smell fresh and clean and inviting as well. And if you ask me, one of the biggest reasons people do not make the switch, they may say that it's the cost and the amount that it would cost to, you know, use better products. But we're going to find out that you can definitely switch over and use different items that are good for you, and maybe with half the cost, maybe even more savings to you. So if you remember that first oil experience, whenever somebody gave you some oils and maybe you rubbed your hands together and you took that, you know, first smell, that's the memory, and that's the way that I want, you know, my house to smell. And I want to have that homey feel every time that I recall, you know, what that oil was that I first smelled. And so to really look at your routines and look at what you're using, especially now as I'm going through some of these products. And I bet you right away you can easily see how you can replace some of those items. So we're going to go to a couple of just items I wanted to go over quickly to help detoxify your home. These are 10 ways that you can actually live a more toxin-free life. And the first one is switching out cleaning solutions for greener options like On Guard Cleaning Concentrate, white vinegar, baking soda, unscented Castile soap, and you can also put in your essential oils, your favorite scents that you like: lemon, wild orange, tea tree, and purify are just a few. The next thing that you can do is kick off your shoes when you're entering your house. Just think about where you have walked outside today, and literally you're bringing that all indoors. And I used to think that people who made you take your shoes off at the door were a little crazy. Now I can understand why they asked me to do that. Especially when you're walking through the grass, you never know what you're picking up from outside. So always a good idea. Next is to crack open your window and grab some fresh air whenever possible. You know, our indoor air becomes stagnant and can be 5 times more polluted without it circulating some great fresh air through your house. And I know in the winter time that's sometimes a little rough, but just cracking a little bit will really do you good. Stop using dryer sheets and start using reusable wool dryer balls in your favorite essential oil like lavender, purify, or orange. Your clothes will just smell delicious instead of having those chemicals from those dryer sheets. You know, we put our clothes on our body, our clothes touch our skin, and those chemicals go right into our system. Trade in your vinyl shower curtain for one made of cotton, nylon or polyester. That's, you know, pretty simple to do that. You know, the heat that's generated from the shower, if the plastic's getting warm or hot, you know, you probably are emitting some of those scents from the plastic. Next one is toss out your pesticides and call a professional who uses natural solutions like for lawn care. You know, that's a really great one. I live close to a lake, and so we like to be mindful of that anything that we're putting on our lawn is going into that lake water where we swim. So we want to be sure that, you know, we're taking care of that. And the other thing is that I just love, one of my favorite things is peppermint oil, because bugs and pests don't like peppermint oil like we do. They actually can't stand it. It's a favorite of mine to keep ants at bay on the deck or in the house. So if you spray around the perimeter, you'll be set to keep away those pesky ants and bugs. Another one is avoid using plastics. That, you know, this is a time when we really have to be more mindful of our earth and how we're treating her. So try using glass more, stainless steel, some other options perhaps. Make your own cleaners. And this is a topic that we'll be talking about in a few minutes. On Guard Concentrate can be used for everything. Toss out the dusting sprays and just use unscented microfiber cloths. This will help reduce paper towel load too. We're going to talk about how we can do that with essential oils to help with dusting and dusting up your house. And then the next is trading out those synthetic candles, air freshener, plug-ins for diffusers and essential oils. All right. So this slide here, so which personal care products would you like to swap out? And there's some examples of doTERRA products. And the first one that I'd like to talk about is toothpaste. So this is the start of the personal care products. And by the way, I just want to let you know the goal here is not to make you crazy about every product you use, but just to become aware that you can switch out and have some natural solutions for these items by switching them over. So we're just going to give you some examples. You know, fluoride is one of those items found in toothpaste, and it's used to be found in our drinking water. I'm not sure how much it is anymore, but basically, you know, back in the day, I just remember like Uncle Tom's natural toothpaste, and it would taste terrible, and there wasn't a lot of choices around. Not like there is now with Trader Joe's and, you know, Whole Foods, and of course doTERRA with your On Guard toothpaste. So if you peek into the chemical, this chemical in particular, there's, you know, a full-blown article from the American Cancer Society about the risks of using fluoride. So just something to keep in mind. And a great toothpaste, and one that you can get right from doTERRA, is On Guard. And there's mouthwash as well. So On Guard essential oil of wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, and rosemary. It's an excellent blend, essential oils for oral care, and really takes care of all your mouth health. So if you're looking for something, that you can use if you have issues with your gums or teeth or cleanliness, with your mouth in particular, to keep your breath fresh and clean. On Guard toothpaste is really a great product. It's awesome. It also helps in whitening your teeth. To go along with that, the mouthwash has a very cinnamony taste, and it has a natural enzyme in it. So it really does help to keep up with your oral hygiene. And it's an easy swap, right? And if you haven't tried, if you want to try, there are some small samples. I'm just going to switch over here. Some small samples that you can ask maybe the person who enrolled you, or if you'd like to buy the samples first before you buy a large container of toothpaste, then those are available as well. All right, our next product up is deodorant. So that was one of the first items that I really started looking for a natural product when I started learning about chemicals in the body. And so I was so excited when doTERRA came out with Balance deodorant. This product we use every single day, of course, especially in the summertime. And it's one that you're putting right under your armpits. And what are under your armpits? You're connected to your lymph nodes, which carry lymph fluid, and that bodily fluid keeps the immune system strong, right? It moves everything around. It helps cleanse the body. It's a purifying effect on our personal system. It's a natural detox. So you want your lymph nodes to be working, so the last thing you want is deodorant that's packed with aluminum, zirconium, and harsh fragrances that you're putting into your on your armpits, and then sweating and toxins are being released, potentially every single day. So this is one product that I just love. It's a great scent for both men and women. It's kind of a woodsy, earthy scent. It's balanced, so it's our grounding blend. And it's also great, the oil is great for men for their beards. It's great to put into right into your beard, and smells delicious. So there's also a baking soda free formula for those people who have more sensitive skin, and if it's abrasive to you, and that is the citrus blend, which is wild orange and Greek orange and Douglas fir. So it's infused with that. So there's two different deodorants that you can choose from, sometimes more, but that we'll have to wait to see. All right. Next up, we have doTERRA's shampoo, conditioner, and there's also a styling glaze and root to tip serum. All right, I'm just gonna say this. I was late to the party for this one. I waited way too long. I just started using these products, and I have to say I'm totally in love with the products and making better choices for my hair and scalp. Early on, and this is pretty funny. It's just when I started writing this today, I was like, I looked and I was like, yeah, I did this. I really did. Early on, I actually gave samples to my hairdresser so that she could use the shampoo and conditioner, and she can actually be a testimonial for me. So she tried the shampoo and the conditioner and came back with rave reviews, said it made her hair smell delicious. The texture and the conditioning of her hair was awesome after using the product. Did I try it? Nope, I didn't. Just went about my business. So with all that's been going on, I've had some time at home. I thought to myself, I have these samples. I might as well start trying the doTERRA shampoo and the conditioner. And then I actually used my points and I bought the glaze and the root to tip serum. So anyway, sometimes it takes a while to, replace your current products, but don't worry about that, because that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? We can all take some time. And the shampoo, I love the smell of it. And one tip that I just wanted to say too is I love rosemary, and that's really good for your hair. So I actually take some rosemary, put it in my palms, and just, you know, kind of rub it, smooth it through the ends of my hair. And then I'm like a natural diffuser. I become a walking diffuser for everybody. It smells fantastic. And if you're feeling like you're getting a little stuffy nose, put some Breathe in your hair. And then you have it there, and it can help you also to get that breathing issue resolved too. And you're helping everybody out too, right? Just swing your hair around. You got the oils flowing through the air. Part of doTERRA's personal products is the Virage skincare line. And this is an amazing skincare line, as it does not have any artificial colors. It does not have formaldehyde, parabens, phthalates, some of these words, right? Propylene, glycol, SLS, or they do not use animal testing either. So they are all plant-based ingredients that are safe and effective. This collection right here includes what you're seeing. It's an exclusive system of cleanser, toner, hydrating serum, and moisturizer. So you get the whole package. The other piece of that is doTERRA offers essential skincare and an anti-aging products as well, which I just love, but I kind of switch back and forth, I have to say. So the anti-aging blend is frankincense, blue tansy, and ylang-ylang for support and toning. And the Virage is more of a moisturizing base, has wild orange, tea tree, and basil, so it leaves your skin feeling so clean and soft. I love them both, and I switch off during the season. So whichever one that I, feel like my skin is needing more. And then there's another one as well. TD Clear is for acne. So if you're breaking out with some acne, or if you have teens that are, the TD Clear is also just another source. The thing that I love about the Virage toner is it's a spray. It's in a spray bottle, so it eliminates that step of using cotton balls or any kind of cloth. And the Immortelle hydrating serum, it's just amazing. So the serum alone is $68, but when you purchase it as part of the kit, the whole kit is $84.50. So I love the doTERRA discounts. The products when purchased as kits is just amazing, and they do that in a couple of places. So definitely try the kit. If you're gonna try, anything, try the whole kit, because it really does work well together. And you're using those great products, and your skin's gonna look phenomenal. I just love them. And I just thought I'd throw this in. This is a little DIY eye makeup remover. So we have our coconut oil. You can simply just put some coconut oil, maybe a few drops of either one, lavender or frankincense. Lavender actually helps the eyelashes to grow. So if you're taking off your eye makeup, you're gonna love the effects of that. And it's so simple and easy to do. I love my coconut oil, especially keep it right in the bathroom on the sink, so when I am cleansing, I can use a little bit of that. And this one too, so makeup remover pads, I thought was a great idea. Just take those regular cotton pads and put them in a jar, add a little Castile soap, some coconut oil, and geranium and tea tree. Tea tree, as you know, is a great disinfectant, great for infections, so it really does a great job with cleansing. So this will be great if you're wanting to make your own makeup remover pads. And this is the anti-aging system I was telling you about. And it just makes me smile when I look at it. It just makes me feel like I want to go wash my face. I want to go put that toner on. I want to put my serum on. And the one thing that I can say is the anti-aging eye cream is just the best. Okay, so there's a little roller on the end of it. The moisturizer squirts up and it acts, you know, to take away some of that puffiness you may have under your eyes. And also when you're buying this set, you can buy it as, you can add on, similar to the Lifelong Vitality, where doTERRA lets you add on the products for less. This system too has that same ability. So when you put it in your cart, you'll see that you can add on, you know, certain other products for a lesser price, which is absolutely amazing. Highly recommend it. All right, so we're on to our household products. And this is an easy switch as well. I feel like if you're gonna make a swap and you're gonna, you know, make that clean living swap, you're definitely going to want to use On Guard Concentrate. That's our first up, is the On Guard Concentrate. So this cleaner, it's one of the cleaners that I use the most for everything. It's going to be your multi-purpose cleaner. On Guard, as you know, helps to protect our immune system. So while you're cleaning with it, it's also helping us instead of hurting us, right? We're not getting those chemicals from like we would if we're using bleach or toilet cleaner or, you know, other toxic cleaners. So it's so easy to use. You're just going to mix 2 tablespoons into a 24-ounce bottle. I'm using right now one that I have a plastic spray bottle. It's okay for the concentrate to use in the spray bottle. If you're gonna add some oils like lemon or anything else, then I would use a glass bottle. But for, you know, just squirting around, I use it for everything in the kitchen, in the bathroom, cleaning hardwood floors. I dilute it a little bit more for the hardwood, but it really does a beautiful job. So I remembered, you know, my mom staying home from vacation. My dad used to take us for a couple weeks and go camping, and she used to stay home to clean. I know that's a little crazy, but that was her vacation. She loved cleaning. She still does. She's 87. So when we came home, I mean, she used, you know, she used bleach, Comet Cleanser, Lysol, you know, you name it. All those things that, you know, we grew up, and the smells of, you know, the pine and the Lysol and all that. So we came up from camping, we knew she had been cleaning, but it was a different world and a different time back then. Everything was, you know, being made for making it easier for families. We got busier in our world, and we want it faster too. So no one was questioning what, you know, we were using those cleaning products, and our air quality probably was a whole lot better than it is today. We have so many, you know, toxins to worry about, and plastics too, right? Plastics were just coming about when I was growing up. There wasn't a whole lot of plastics. There was never plastic water bottles like we have. I mean, you know, you just didn't drink water. You went to a ball game and you didn't drink any water. You just played. That's all you knew, sweat. So with that being said, there's a whole lot different, you know, today in this day and age, and I just love my On Guard cleaner, and that's the smell now that reminds me of home, and not those other cleaners. You can use it on carpet stains, you can use it for laundry, you can use it anywhere, dishes, washing your dishes, cleaning your bathroom, and it smells fantastic. So it's a quick and easy switch for your everything cleaner. All right, so we're going to talk about some diffusing here, because that's something that we really need in our house. I know. All right, so the first thing, I'm obsessed with diffusing. So I have one in every, for one thing, I have one in every room, and sometimes two. And the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I get those diffusers going. So, you know, I try to pick something, I see how I'm feeling, see if I need a boost, see if I need to be calm, see if I need some lifting up. It's, you know, it's pretty easy. to just grab a couple oils, just one oil, and throw it in the diffuser and take a couple moments, you know, and just smell them. Just smell how beautiful the oils are. And like I said, so I do the diffusing first, and then I go to the coffee. And that's how I start my day. So this is a pretty easy switch to make your home smell amazing. I used to use candles. I used to burn candles all the time. Yankee Candle, you know, was one of my favorites. Again, I, you know, didn't really realize what I was burning or what was in them. I bought them for gifts. I bought them at fundraisers, and, you know, I didn't like the heavy scented ones, but I did like the subtle smelling ones. And of course, there were all the accessories for the candles, right? You had to have all those pretty toppers. And so they really made it such a fantastic business. And, you know, I totally got hooked on candles. However, no more candles anymore. Once in a while, maybe if they're beeswax or they're made, you know, without the fragrances, but really the diffuser is the way to go. It's a great way to put that fresh, clean smell into your home to protect your body, to protect your immune system. And by the way, antibacterial, antiviral, antispasmodic, a sedative and calming properties in those oils that you're using. So it really does help to control the atmosphere and the way that you want to feel in your home and anyone who walks through that door. If you have those relatives that come in and they're a little hyped up and crazy and you're like, oh God, Aunt Mary's coming, whoo, better get out the balance or the adaptive. And it really does help to control those emotions. So it's a quick way to get your home smelling delicious. So I highly recommend the diffusing if you haven't already. Get that going. All right, next is our On Guard laundry detergent. On Guard is such, like I said, a great scent that we talked about before. The laundry detergent is one that I really, in the beginning, I saved my points so that I could to get that laundry detergent, and I never have looked back. With my skin problem that I had, my dermatologist actually recommended Whisk back in the day. I haven't used that in years. I'm not even sure if they sell it anymore. But it really is one of the simple things that you can do for your health to support toxin-free living is changing your laundry detergent. So it's just the little stuff, and it's so powerful and effective as a laundry detergent. I just love the fact that I can put it on stains. I can let them sit on my clothes and, you know, wash them, and the stains come out without any issues at all. So it really is a fantastic product. And I just want to say about laundry detergent also. So there's a lot of chemicals that are put into other laundry detergents, and they are carcinogens. They're things that are very hard on our reproductive system and the endocannabinoid system, and that really, really makes, you know, for toxic buildup in your body. So using doTERRA, using the On Guard laundry detergent is really going to help to clean out that toxic load, you know, that has been building up in your system, because obviously, you know, you're washing your clothes, you're putting them on your body, and definitely they are getting to your cell receptor sites, everything that you put on your skin. So you don't want to get it clogged up with things that are bad, that are going to have bad reactions. So in this process of swapping out the toxin-free living with doTERRA laundry detergent is really the way to go. And I just love it. And one of the things that I wanted to mention was, you know, reading labels and all that. There's quite a few apps out there that can help with determining like how safe or how, you know, how many chemicals that products have in them. So I will share that also after we're done with this, because it really made my life much easier when I could just put in the name of the product and the people who made it, and then, have it listed as on a scale to see, what kind of toxins are actually in there. And you'd be surprised at some of the stuff that, goes into goes into our personal products as well as our, household products. So that's the laundry detergent. On Guard is awesome and amazing. So I want you to meet the On Guard family. It's a beautiful family. doTERRA lifestyles, so many things that On Guard comes in. We have the cleaner concentrate. We have foaming hand wash that's unfortunately temporarily unavailable right now, but we have the On Guard beadlets oil, the soft gels, the toothpaste. And so those are just a few ways. Here's the family. Those are just a few ways to use On Guard, as well as hand sanitizer. That's something that we've all been using so much today, and On Guard's such a great way to help to protect our immune system, especially with all that's going on right now. So I invite you all to try those products. So this is just a sample of the wellness box. If you wanted to try some of these products, the shampoo and conditioner, the cleaner concentrate toothpaste, sanitizing mist, brush, skincare, along with some purify oil. These would add up to about $162. It's 133 PB, which is your product points. And you, at that point, would get the free oil of the month. Plus, you would get the return on the product credits, as well as the return on the shipping point. You would get points for your shipping too, as well. So this is one way that you could create a wellness box and switch out some of the products that you have in your home for some healthier living. And so I just love this example because it really is just a great way to get these products in your home. And the more, every time you order your LRP, you're going to get those points back. And, in no time, I have so many points saved up. It's amazing, amazing, amazing. So that's free product that you'll be getting. Right, and next up, the best way, right, is to use the oils. And if you'd like to share the oils with anyone, by all means, that's one of the things that I love to do. I love to share oils with so many people and then teach others as well. So, with this community, you get a whole support team that can help and that can teach others as well. And it's one of the great reasons that I love doTERRA and what's brought into my life, not just for the oils and the products, but for the community and for all the people that, we share with. It's just amazing. So, yay. I'd like to unmute everyone. Kristen, can you help out with that maybe? And does anyone have any On Guard stories they'd like to share, or anything they'd like to add?
This is Caitlin. I want to toss out something.
Hey, Caitlin.
Hey. So we've been talking a lot about the different chemicals that are in traditional off-the-shelf cleaners and personal care products and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
One of the common ingredients is something called sodium lauryl sulfate, and you were kind enough to touch on that. And I think it's important to explain. Sodium lauryl sulfate was originally created to clean the grease and oil off of the floor of garages.
Great.
And because it did such a great job of foaming, it was tested and found to be a food-grade detergent, and it is in most of our personal care products. It's in toothpaste, it's in shampoo, it's in facial cleanser. And I found out randomly by reading an article that it triggers inflammation in our bodies. And I was getting ready for my wedding, and thinking about I'm going to have pictures taken, and I break out all the time.
Yep.
And I read this article and I thought, well, let me just give it a shot. Let me make some swaps, just like Laura has been saying. And I went around and, oh, look, this is in my toothpaste. This is in this. This is. So I started with just a few things, and I noticed that my face started to clear up. The problem was that I was driving all over town. My poor wife was driving all over town. We were combing Amazon trying to find all of these products that didn't have sodium lauryl sulfate in them. And every time I found one that worked, that was great, they would change the formulation, or it would sell out, or they would raise, they would double the price or whatever. And all of the doTERRA products are free of sodium lauryl sulfate. They get delivered to my doorstep. I don't have to go researching and looking. They're right there. And that includes the supplements, because most supplements come in capsules that use SLS in the formulation of those capsules. And our capsules do not have sodium lauryl sulfate in them. So that's something to think about when you're taking, random supplements, that the stuff in the capsules could be triggering
other side effects. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. I got goosebumps when you said that, because doTERRA, I mean, like I said, I don't want to make everybody crazy with, reading labels or thinking that you have to, but really you have to be proactive in your own health. And it's one great way to do that is by using doTERRA and swapping out some of your products. So thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, Laura. You were
Thank you.
And so fabulous. We love that we have so many great people jumping in to share. So, here's a question. Anybody else have the On Guard mouthwash finding a burning sensation in their mouth? Is there a way to stop that? That's a good question. Anybody else? I do not.
Cut it with water.
Water?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it works just as well. They actually did a study.
Water?
Yep. Yeah, it's just as well. They actually did a study.
Yeah, so we can try with water. Ooh.
Oh, maybe I should mute myself while.
I think you're good. There we go. Yeah, so I would try that tip and it's making more sense. Sounds like a little bird. I don't know. Yeah, try that tip and let us know if that works for you. Mixing it with water. Next week, oils for every age with Caitlin. Correct, Caitlin? You're up, right? You're up next week. So stay tuned for that. And as I mentioned at the start, I think we have a very nice comprehensive series of 8 topics. However, we're always adding little one-off extra special bonus classes here and there. So if you do have a topic that you want to hear more about, please throw that into, throw that idea out for us. I know Caitlin also has a class on pets coming up. Can you either unmute or drop the details in the comments so that people who have the furry kids can join in with you? She's putting it in the chat maybe. Saturday. What time? Well, you know what? If you want to send me the registration link, we'll put it in the follow-up email so that people can get that little bonus class. But yeah, so she's got pets. We don't put the pets class as part of the 8 series just because not everybody has pets, but everybody has skin, and everybody has, hopefully cleans their house sometimes. I don't know. But as I said, if you have a specialty topic that you are, hankering to hear more on, please let us know. And I also just want to make a little shout out too that next week we've got more BOGOs coming. So we had our fabulous BOGO box that was launched on Monday. Buy 5 oils, get 6 for free, the 6 mystery oils. Who bought the BOGO box? Give a thumbs up. Thumbs up. And don't worry if you didn't get the box, you can also get them, you know, piecemeal as well. So there'll be more coming next week. So stay tuned for that, because that's a really great way to save money, but also to have oils that you may not have in your collection that you may not have wanted to purchase because you weren't sure about them. That's the product of the month, is the way that I was introduced to so many oils that I didn't have on my radar that now are part of my, you know, part of my daily thing. So any other questions or comments or sarcastic remarks or anything before we close out? I'll let you all unmute yourself. You should be able to unmute yourself if you wish. Thank you, Julie, for putting the link to the PETS class in the so that I have that. Anything else? Well, we'll put on some music to dance.
Yeah, definitely.
Because let's see, I didn't pick out. I don't know. This is just
Thank you, everybody.
Playlist right now.
Thank you, Laura.
Thank you, Laura.
Very informative.
Patty.
Since I don't